I started writing when I was 45 years old, and pretty much what happened was I worked in the same paper mill that my grandfather had worked in and my dad worked in. And my father retired from there when I was 45, and he went home and he had a very difficult time with retirement. Didn't know what to do with himself. And there was something about that that bothered me, you know, that I didn't want to end up at age 65, you know, leaving this factory and going home and sitting in front of a television set. So I started thinking about, well, what else could I do with my life? And I decided to try to learn how to write. But, you know, after I had been working, trying to learn how to write for 5 years, I figured out that that was what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. And I've been lucky. I've been lucky that it's worked out so well. You know, we've got this thing in America anyway, where you need to have trouble in your book. You know, I go overboard, definitely, with the trouble, but I do, you know, I do my best with, I sort of take that to heart, that you need trouble with, you know. You know, as I said the other day, I have tried many times to write a nice story, you know, something that's, you know, I can't do it. You know, it's, I am just more comfortable with writing about the dark stuff. Probably Celine. He would be the one. I absolutely love those first two books. So it'd be Louis Ferdinand Celine. Actually, I'm maybe 2 or 3 months from finishing the next novel. I hope. I've said 2 or 3 months several times in the past, and I have to change that. But at this point, at least by the end of the year. Really, the only thing I can say is that it's set in pretty much the same area, you know, southern Ohio, most of it, and the South, you know, Mississippi and Tennessee, but then everything sort of, you know, comes together in Ohio. And I went back in time a little further. I went back to the year 1917. So the First World War, the Great War, is going on. And America has just entered it, and, you know, the war's not really in the book that much, but when I first started, that was my intention, to have this novel, and part of it based around this big army camp that was, you know, where they were training soldiers. But the book's changed so much since then that it's not really recognizable.